I got my first videography internship in just 1 month, and this is exactly how I did it. Tell me if this sounds familiar. God, I really want to be a filmmaker, and I want to do video, and I'm really good at it, but I just don't have the time and money to do it. If it sounds familiar, then you need to pay attention to this video. For real. 90 to 95% of people give up on their dreams to pursue day jobs. 9 to 5, 40 hours a week. There's nothing wrong with that, and that's how society is. But 95% of people aren't achieving their dreams. So when you think about it like that, well, everybody else gave up, I'll give up too. No, dude! Like, do you really want to be a part of that 95%? Or do you want to be a part of the 5% that stick with it? Do what you want to do what I want to do. So that was my goal. My goal was to be a part of the 5% that kept up with it and just tried hard, because I would rather struggle through the discomfort of wanting to make my dreams come true than struggle and suffer through the discomfort of regret. I don't ever want to sit back and think, I wonder what it would have been like if I was a YouTuber. I wonder what it would have been like if I was a videographer. I wish I took that opportunity to become a filmmaker back then. I hated that idea. So with that in mind, here I start in a new city. Just graduated high school and moved into an apartment with my girlfriend. I had one thing in mind, and that was to begin my career as a filmmaker. So what I did is I called multiple companies and I emailed. Well, after cold calls and emails, I figured, well, this isn't working. I might as well surprise visit one of them, right? I put on a suit and tie and showed up to the address, and it was a P.O. box. I went fully dressed in a suit and tie to the post office. After 6 or 7 rejections, I gave up. I decided to put more hours into my day job and just make money doing work. As I stood behind the counter at work making minimum wage, I talked to one of my coworkers. He asked me what some of my hobbies were, some of the stuff that I liked. Of course, I brought up, I like making videos. I'm a filmmaker. I went to school for film, and now I'm kind of here just trying to make money. And what he said to me literally shook my soul. He said, been there, done that. And I thought, been there, done that? Was he a filmmaker too? What is he doing? What is he talking about? So intrigued, I asked, what do you mean? He tells me, oh yeah, I went to school for film. I have a bachelor's degree in film production. And I was like, damn, that's awesome. But why are you working here? And he said, you know, it's fun and everything. It's just too much work. And I thought, too much work? How can your dreams be too much work? Sometimes a passion like that isn't everyone's dreams, but it was mine. And that's the day that I decided to crawl out of my depressive grave and be like, you know what? I'm not gonna give up on this. So I got back on my horse and started making more cold calls and sending out more emails and applying to different marketing jobs. After another 10 to 15 rejections, I got a message from one of them. And that one said, we want to interview you. Holy shit, they want to interview me. I'm gonna get a job in film, in production, and it's gonna be amazing, and I can't wait. But what am I going to do? This was my one shot. This was my one shot, my one opportunity that I got. Hashtag Eminem. Represent the big M, baby. Big M, big Detroit. Detroit, baby. Eminem, we love you. Marshall Mathers, Slim Shady. That's what's up, baby. Shout out. Shout out to the real Slim Shady. Will he please stand up? Anyways, now that I have my interview set up, I hyper-focused on my appearance and my speech and everything else that comes with selling yourself. And I thought, God, what am I going to do? I can't fail this. And I was just overthinking it. And as I was doing my research, the only thing that I found is that I was overthinking it. After all the different thoughts and research of professionalism and punctuality and this subconscious desperation to get a job, I switched my lens. And I switched it to just being me. So, the day of the interview came, and I dressed like I dress. I talked like I talk, and I joked like I joke. Throughout the interview, we really kind of connected on a personal level. Not so much business, what are your skills, but I just got to have a chat with them, and that's what really mattered. By the end of the interview, they admitted to me that they had previously interviewed someone that was far more qualified than me, but they were kind of a dick. They wanted somebody to have fun around. They wanted somebody that they could have a drink with. Have a nice drink of root beer. Not sponsored. So they went with me because of my personality, and I got the interview by being myself. So here's my advice to you. 1, know your worth. You know what you're capable of. You've put in the time, you've put in the work, and you shouldn't have to beg others for their approval. 2, be understanding. Understand their decision whether or not they interview you. It depends on how you present yourself. If you come off as being desperate, they're not going to want to interview you. But if you come off as being yourself and they don't want to interview you, you at least know that you are authentic, and there's more of a likelihood of them calling you back or contacting you to have someone like you in the future. And last but not least, be yourself. Being yourself may not always get you to where you want to be, but it will get you to where you need to be. If you get a job by putting on a fake aid, a mask, every time you walk through the door, do you really want to keep that job? Like, seriously, if I had to walk into a job and put on a voice every time I walked in, or, wear platform heels and make myself look 6 inches taller, and that wasn't being me, Because I do wear 6-inch platform heels, but I feel like I'm myself when I do it, so it's okay. But if I didn't feel like myself when I did it, then I wouldn't want to be in that job. Where you need to be is an environment of like-minded people who support your goal and want to pursue the same types of goals as well. You want to be around people with your best interests in mind. A combination of these 3 elements is what got me my first internship in just 1 month. So, try and put it to use. Other combos and factors may work for other people, but the only way to find out is to go out and try. Try and try again, and if you fail, learn from it. Don't give up. Seriously. When I gave up, I was miserable, dude. You were born to do this thing, so act like it. And give yourself the respect to actually do it. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and check this one out right here, because I think you'll like it, and it's very similar in premise. As always, thanks for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. If 95% of people give up, sorry bro, I'm just burping, drinking all that root beer.